Good morning and welcome to the Thursday morning yoga class on October 23rd. I think that sounds right. So today we're going to work on some twisting and some more kind of, well, a mixture of everything, but twisting will be our focus. That being said, get yourself comfortable, find a couple blocks because I think there's a couple places we'll need them, so prepping ahead of time. And then get yourself settled in. Situating your body in a comfortable position with a long, tall spine, crown of the head lifts while the sits bones root. Celebrating this moment that you've gotten yourself to your mat. And begin to follow that breath. Breathing in through the nose and down the back of the throat. Filling the lungs and lifting the ribs and the collarbones. Breathing into our belly. And letting everything else go. Becoming fully present for this moment. Our poem for today that I just randomly opened to from What's True Here is the poem What's True by Dana Falls. What's true here is delight. What's true is the flight of a soul testing her wings and finding them airworthy. What's true are all the many challenges of life, from pain and resistance to anxiety and self-judgment, all arrayed like laundry on the line so I can decide which ones to fold and which get relegated to the rag pile. What's true here is a glorious day blown in on storm winds. What's true is the choice to be awake, alive, and joyous in the face of whatever this day brings. What's true is giving thanks and taking none of this for granted. Letting those words settle in. What's true in this moment? The unarguable reality of the breath, the body, sensation. And our ability to come again and again back to this moment. So from here, in this present moment, let's go ahead and begin our practice with those 3 breaths. We inhale through the nose and exhale. You choose between nose and mouth, whatever feels right. We inhale and exhale. One more time. And out. With that next breath, we open our eyes and lift our arms to the sky. On the in-breath, we reach up. And on the exhale, the hands come down. Inhale, we reach up. And this time only the right hand comes down to the earth and the left hand tips over. Bringing special awareness to the left shoulder, reaching back and not tipping forward, opening the left side ribs, and slowly walking the right fingers a little bit further away from the body. Keeping that left sits bones rooted, we stretch. We breathe. One more breath here with those fingertips reaching. And then exhale, bring that left hand all the way down to the opposite side. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, the left hand comes to the earth while the right hand reaches. Again, making special awareness that the right shoulder is stacked or reaching a little bit back even. Slowly walking the left fingers out and reaching with those right fingertips. While at the same time, we don't pop up the right hip. Creating more room between the ribs. So we can take bigger inhales. One more breath with fingertips reaching on the inhale, and exhale, bring that hand all the way down. Inhale, both hands up. This time the right hand reaches behind the body, touching the space, the floor, and the left hand comes to right knee. Turn yourself to the side, or maybe even look over that right shoulder as we begin to come into our first twist. One more breath here, and slowly untwist. Little wiggle in the middle. We inhale, both hands up. Exhale, left hand behind the body, right hand to left knee. Looking to the side, or maybe even over that left shoulder for the twist on the side. Remember to keep lifting through the crown of the head. And slowly untwist. Well done. Inhale, both hands up. This time, both hands reach forward as we roll over our knees and come to all fours. Here on all fours, we're going to reach your right hand up. Twist to the right. Look up at that right fingertips. It's a big stretch. Hips stay level. And then right hand dives under and through, pressing the right hand in the back of the right hand into the mat. This left hand can come up for an L shape. It can come around the back to grab the right thigh. We can also step the left foot back or even reach that left foot up. Showing you a few more new alternatives to this simple twist. Or you can stay with what's familiar with that left hand on the mat and both knees firmly placed next to each other. If you did go into an alternative shape, go ahead and come back to that left hand down and come back to all fours. Give the spine a little wiggle from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Place the right hand under the face and reach that left hand up, up, up for the twist now on the side. See if your eyes can gaze at the side wall or maybe even up at this left thumb. Staying here for one more breath, big reach, and then left hand dives through. Palm faces up, left ear to the earth. And then we reach right hand up and around with the option to step the right foot out or even lift it. Playing with different options and challenges, find your body's way. Begin to come back to the original shape, and then push into that right palm to come to all fours. Well done. Inhale, right foot back, left hand forward, or just pick one. Find the stability in the shape. And then bring the left elbow to that right knee, or maybe even the outside of that right knee. Finding the little bitty crunch and twist, and then reach up. Let's do 5 of those. You find your rhythm. And meet me back in extension. Toes down, thumb up. And set that side down. Give it a wiggle. Spinal undulation. Left foot back, right hand forward. Find the stability. Belly pulls towards spine. Then find the crunching inward right elbow to left knee, or even the outside of that left knee. So we get a little twist there. And then the extension and together. Opening and closing. And after, however many feels right to you, meet me in extension. Feeling that strength one more time, and then setting it down. Undulating the spine. From here, let's go ahead and tuck our toes and reach belly back for thighs. Drop the head between the upper arms and find your downward dog. Pedaling one heel and then the opposite heel down. And then pushing both of them into the mat. Following the breath. Let's go ahead and look up between those thumbs and walk the feet to that space. Bend the knees, bring the belly to the thighs, bring left hand to right foot and reach right hand up. Now you can do this with legs bent, but it's not a chair twist. I want it to be a forward fold twist. So slowly bring the back of your legs to the back wall, finding how far. Finding just that stretch, not strain. Eyes can look up or to the side. And drop the right hand, shake out the head, and then bring the right hand to the left foot. Again, you can put a little bend in the right knee and straighten the left. Or just put both knees bent a little bit, but it's not a chair twist. It's a forward fold twist. Drop the hand, let's come all the way up. And the hands through prayer to mountain pose. Drop the hands on either side. We're now going to go into a sun salutation. We inhale both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right hand up. And down. Exhale, left hand up. And down. Both hands firmly on the mat. Walker step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. look up, exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale halfway, exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up through the prayer mountain pose. Inhale, hands up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right hand to the sky, exhale, hand down. Inhale, left hand to the sky, hand down. Both hands firmly pressed, walk or step, jump back. Now we're going to add on right here, right knee to left elbow and back, left knee to right elbow and back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. I should have gave the option of cobra there. Hopefully all of you have been doing this and know that's an option there. And one more breath here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to that space. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, both hands up. Through the center, hands to the side, mountain pose. We repeat. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left hand down. Both hands down. Walk or step back. Right up, knee to left elbow. Left knee to right elbow. And chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's do that whole thing one more time before we move on. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale to mountain. Inhale, both hands up. Fingertips touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right hand up. And right hand down. Inhale, left hand up. And left hand down. Both hands touch the mat. Walk or step back to plank. Right knee, left elbow, and back. Left knee, right elbow, and back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Big sigh out. You can stick out your tongue or blubber your lips. Shake out your head. From here, we're going to look up, walk, step, or jump to that spot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And then we're going to lower your hips and come into chair. First, let's feel the structure of our chair. I want big toes together, knees together, hips back, and tail tucked, arms reach up. Now, our option up here, from chair, we're going to come up and touch right knee to left elbow and back down to chair. Left knee to right elbow and back down to chair. So it's like we're doing bicycle standing with chair in between. Actually, there's probably more stability with our feet hip width apart in this. So go at your own rate. You could go fast. You could go super slow. You decide. Chair and cross body knee to elbow. So we're playing with some balance, some strength. And then meet me in chair and forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk or step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. This time we're going to reach right foot to the sky, right foot to the top of the mat, coming up for high lunge. So we'll go through nice and slow so we know where we're going. Feel the structure of high lunge. This back leg is long and strong. Knees track over toes, but no further. And then we're going to bring our hands to our heart. We're going to find the twist here by bringing the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Hands at the middle of the chest. Now, we definitely want to make it more fun than this. So we're going to take this left knee, touch behind right, step back. See, that was fun, right? Let's do one more like that so you know what you're doing. Touch and back, and then back up the high lunge, and then hands down, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot to the sky, left foot top of the mat. Find the high lunge. Feel the structure, fingertips reach up like spears, and then bring the hands to prayer. Find the twist, right elbow to left knee. Hold there, really lift the back of that right leg. And then the bonus is touch and step back, touch and step back, and then come on back up. We'll just do 2 touches, hands down, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So this one was created to get our little heart rate up, a little strength, and the twisting. So let's put that all together and run it through 2 or 3 times. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step right up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Lower the hips and come into chair. Now this is where for about 30 seconds, you get to do the taps and chair, tap and chair. I'm just realizing you could stay in chair, but I kind of like the standing up and then squatting back down. But you decide which way you feel best. 1 more each side. And meet me in chair. And then forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Walk or step back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot to the sky. 3-legged dog. Make it beautiful. Right foot top of the mat. Come on up for high lunge. Hands to heart. And find the twist. Remember, you can stop anywhere. You can stay at high lunge. You can stay right here in the twist. Or you can do these taps. And then come back up. High lunge. Hands down. Step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot to the sky. Left foot top to the mat. Come on up. Hands up. Hands to heart. Find the twist. Hold the twist. And then find the taps. And then come back up. Meet me in high lunge. And hands come down. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pause for 2 breaths. And we'll do it again. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step right up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Lower the hips. Find your chair. And then find your stepping. Standing bicycle. With chair. Feel that twist. One more each side. Sit back down, meet me in chair, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk or step back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot to the sky. Right foot top of the mat. High lunge. Hands to heart. Find the twist. Find the tap. Our taps. Find the smile. Back to high lunge. And hands come down. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot to the sky. Left foot top of the mat. High lunge. Hands to heart. Find the twist. lunge. And hands come down. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Do we have it in us to do that one more time? It's kind of like adding a little power yoga hit to our yoga practice. Either you're loving it or you're not. Just notice those judgments and keep on going. Last set. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step or drop. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Lower the hips. Come up to chair. Again, you can hold right here, or you can find our standing bicycle. Elbows to knees. My heart rate's going up too. One more each side. This is the last set. Meet me in chair. Forward fold. Halfway. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot to the sky. Right foot top of the mat. High lunge. Hands to heart. Twist it. Tap it. Back to hands and heart. Back to high lunge. Hands down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Last side. Left foot to the sky. Left foot top to the mat. High lunge. Hands to heart. Find the twist. And tap it. High lunge. Hands down. Step back. Lower down. Up dog. And child's pose. And let's do my favorite child pose. Knees together. Big toes together. Reach the hands back by the heels and put the palms up. I heard someone the other day call this mouse. So I'm not a fan of mice, but I love this pose. I always felt like we were rocks or a boulder. But whatever you picture, let your heart rate slow down. Let your forehead on your mat be a place to empty any unneeded thoughts. Let your shoulders relax, your tailbone reach back toward your heels. Nice job. I'm not going to add in any more hit now, but good job. Let's come back to all fours. Come back to downward dog. Settle back into your downward dog. Let out a big sigh. Right foot to the sky. Let's let that right knee point to the sky. Drop the right heel. Feel this twist. You can stay right here. Or if you want to drop it back and find a wild thing, you can. And we can come back to the three-legged dog. And then bring the right foot all the way up. Let's come on up for high lunge again. But now we're going to turn that left heel down for warrior one. Left palm pushes forward, bringing that left hip forward. Hands back up, and then let's straighten that right leg. Reaching both hands forward. This is a great place, I said, to make sure you have blocks. And have a block on either side of the foot. So you can have this nice structure of this long back. From here, we're going to push into the left hand and reach the right hand up. So we're trying to get the core of the body parallel with the earth, so find the right side of the block for you. Stretch that right hand up. So this is what we started with when we were in forward fold, twisting. The hips remain solid and pointed to the front. Drop the right hand. Now move your blocks both forward. Put a little bend in that left knee, and then we're going to lift that left foot up. And then we're going to kind of twist again for twisted half moon. Step back, come back to pyramid, walk your blocks back to either side of the foot. Find the stance distance. Legs are still long and strong. And now we will go ahead and melt over that right leg. So again, we can change the edges of your block so you really get that nice hamstring stretch. Go ahead and come all the way back up. Hands up. Then we're going to go ahead and bend back into that right leg for a baby warrior one. And then hands come down. Step back all the way to the plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So, same thing other side. We started with left foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Invite you to bend that knee, open that hip. You can make some circles here. You can flip it, opening the heart to the sky. Eyes can gaze at that left hand, or up, or at the side wall. Feeling the strength. Arms spread wide. Back to warrior three. Left foot top of the mat. First high lunge. And then warrior one. Let's hold that warrior one. Heel down. Back foot at a right angle. Lower. Leg long and strong. Check your positioning. Then we straighten that left leg. Then we hinge at the hips. And find our blocks. Reaching the crown of the head forward. Holding here. Knowing where we're going. You're going to position that right block. And then you're going to reach that left hand up. Pushing into the right block. Arms spread wide. Feet firmly pressed into the mat. Drop the left hand, walk the blocks out, in front of the left foot now, come on up, lifting that right leg, and then again, pressing into the right hand, reaching the left hand up for twisted half moon. Celebrating the wiggles and the wobbles in your strength. When you've had enough, foot comes down, walk the blocks back to either side of the foot, and then melt a little deeper. Chin toward that left shin as you get a nice hamstring stretch. Removing the blocks or changing the blocks or leaving the blocks right where they are. Back up. Let's bring both hands straight up. Hips are still turned toward the top of the mat. Hands up. Bend a little into that left knee for a baby warrior one. And then hands come down. Well, actually, stop. Stay back to warrior one. And then let's just step forward. Bringing hands to heart. Go ahead and get yourself situated. We're going to start with hands on the hips. Shift the weight into the left foot. Lift the right knee. And you have a choice here. You can either bring right hand to the right knee or to the big toe. You can kick out through that heel. Find a focal point. And hold it. And then rotate it out. So with the knee, it's going to look like this. If you want more challenge, you can look to your left with the toe. It's going to look like this. Same thing, if you want more challenge, you can look the opposite direction. A fair bit wobbly on this side. Bring it back to the center. And then we're going to switch sides. So left hand comes to right knee. Our left hand to the foot. And then we're going to bring that leg across the body. Reaching right hand out. So with the knee can look like this. With the toe, or you can also grab the foot. Actually, I'm not sure I have it on this side. And that's okay. We don't have to have every pose every day. Find where you are today and celebrate that. When you're done, set it down and shift onto one ball of foot and the other as you pedal the feet and come back to center. Nice big ah before we go the other side. Hands on hip, lift the left knee, grab the left knee or the big toe, rooting into that right foot, finding a focal point. We kick that left heel out. For 5 breaths, then we rotate it to the side. For 5 breaths, then we bring it back to the center, switch sides. Celebrating where you are. Bringing the leg across the body. And then come back to center. So those are a series of very hard poses. There's a lot of hip opening and stretching. And we get to play with balance. So, yay on all of those fronts. Trying to decide, is there any other standing I want to do? Let's do this one. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, we're going to go back to that chair pose we were doing. And we're going to find that twist again. But this time we're going to lower our hips more. So it's definitely the twisting chair. And then I'm going to give you an option to lower the hips even farther. Bring the hands to the mat, the long edge of the mat. And if you want to, you can do side crow. Where you make a little ledge with your elbows, putting your right hip on the right elbow and your stacked knees on the left elbow. Go ahead and do it again if you're playing with it. And then feet down, back to twisted prayer. Come on back up, stand up. Let's bring the hands over the head and bring in a little back bend. We haven't done any back bending. Palms pressed together. Head looks up and back. Fingertips point up and back while the hips are moving forward. for chair, low chair, twist it, low chair. Again, you can stop anywhere along the way. And if you liked that side crow option, lower the hips all the way. Place the hands on the mat to the side. Put the stacked knees on the right elbow, the hip on the left, and tip forward until those feet magically lift off the floor. Go ahead and play with it twice or 3 times if you're trying it. And then coming back to the twisted chair with hand at heart and back up. Nice job. If you're not already at the top of your mat, come to the top of your mat. Actually, I'm going to show you this way though. Step your feet out a little further, maybe to the edges of your mat. You can bring your hands to your heart or your hands to your legs, depending on how much support you need. Hips reaching back, 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 and come into a yogic squat, letting the hips come between the ankles, but bottom's not touching the floor yet. You can stay right here. You can place the right hand in front of the right foot and reach the left hand up as we look to the left. And if you want to combine, you can bring the right hand around and have the left hand clasp the right for the bound twist. Slowing down, but still twisting. If you're bound, our arms stretch, come back to the center, hands in prayer. Shift back and forth. Then press the left hand in front of the left foot, right hand to the sky. Bring the arms around and find the twist. And the bind. And come back out of it, meet me in the center, and then set your bottom down. Go ahead and hook your peace fingers around your toes and kick out your heels. Reach the heart up, and the crown of the head is lifting. Bring those legs together and set them down. Go ahead and let the knees come out. I know what the last thing I was going to do. We can still do it from right here. From here, lifting the heart. And then I'm going to invite you to take the left leg and reach it back and bring this right one a little across. Maybe that didn't work. I'm not sure that was the most graceful way to come into pigeon. Pretty sure it wasn't. I need to turn this way, but find yourself into pigeon. Puff up your head. And then let's walk the hands forward. You can use those blocks again. If your forehead comes to the mat, I wanted to show this option. You can take your left hand and slide it under like we were doing before with the palm facing up. So you get this little twist and you're peeking under your right armpit. So we're getting a twist and a hip stretch. Bring that left hand back to the right, meaning they're both stretched out overhead. You go ahead and walk those hands back. Stay here though, we're going to bend that left knee And reach that left hand back and grab that foot. Bringing that foot toward the bottom. This is the one where some people can hook this foot in their elbow crease. I can't. And then they reach this hand up and they grab that hand. There's always more to do. I'm going to keep my hand on the ground and just feel that tug. I think they call this king pigeon, king something. I think it's king pigeon. Release that foot. Let's swing this left foot around and switch sides. So, get this left shin position, bring the right leg behind us long, top of the foot to the floor. Use your hands on either side, puff up your chest, and then walk your hands forward. Now again, if your forehead, if you're close to the floor, you can do this option where you bring this right hand through to open the shoulder and find a little twist, kind of a little peek under the left armpit. Bring that both hands over the head. Walk the hands back up. You can change the angle of this shin a little bit. Find it's a little easier. Bend that right knee. Stick that foot up to the sky, and maybe this right hand comes down. So king pigeon, again, I'm a long way. Long way. And then setting that foot down and bringing the right leg around. We are running out of time, so let's go ahead and find our way to our backs. Once you get back here, rock side to side, up and down, circles, massaging the back, the upper back, whatever you need here. Our last set, I'm going to do similar to what we just did, just so you can feel the difference. Elongate the left leg and let it sit on the mat. Bring the left hand to the left hip bone, and again, you can bring right hand to right knee, or you can grab that big toe. We're going to do those same moves. If you're grabbing that toe, slowly bring that leg toward your head. You can even lift your head, and practicing for the splits. If you're holding on to that knee, pull it in toward the chest. And then from there, we're going to drop that knee, our foot out to the right, while keeping the left hip on the mat. So we did this all standing on one foot. Much easier when we're laying on our backs. Bring that right foot back up, and then we can change. So left hand grabs the left toes or the outside of the left foot, or the left hand grabs the knee, and then we're bringing it across the body. Now what you might find, right hand reaches out, is that whereas you couldn't do something on one foot, you might find it easier when you have the support of the earth. Deep twist, our final twist. center, hug that knee in, bring the left knee in and hug it, extend the right leg, reach. So squeeze in the left knee or grab that left big toe and push the heel to the ceiling. And keep the right hand on the right hip, or if you're lifting your head, you can slide it down the thigh. And then drop that leg out to the side, eyes and gaze to the right. Bring it back up, switch hands, and bring it across the body. Eyes gaze to the left with that extended hand. Deep twist. Back up the center, both knees to the chest. Happy baby, grabbing the outsides of the feet, soles this point to the sky, little rock and roll. Chance for any last pose you want to do before we close. And then when you're ready, bring knees together, ankles together, shins together. Lift your head, wrap your arms around those shins. Give yourself a hug and maybe even a kiss. Squeeze tight. Really, really tight. Say, I love you, body. I love you. And then insert your name there. I know it feels weird, but do it anyway. And then we stretch all the way out. Feet off the mat, hands off the mat. Coming into your favorite variation of Shavasana. Classically, it is the pose with hands up and feet slightly open. And once you get there, a few deep sighs where we exhale out through our mouth. And on that exhale, feeling the back body sinking deeper into the mat. Scanning the body for any buzz or sensation, anything that needs a little wiggle, and then let go a little deeper. Sensing the vibration of the cells, that energetic field. And if you feel nothing, that's absolutely fine too. I'm going to read you the poem one more time, and then I'll mind the time as you rest in Shavasana. What's true? What's true here is delight. What's true is the flight of a soul testing her wings and finding them airworthy. What's true are all the many challenges of life, from pain and resistance to anxiety and self-judgment, all arrayed like laundry on the line, so I can decide which ones to fold and which get relegated to the rag pile. What's true here is a glorious day blown in on storm winds. What's true is the choice to be awake, alive, and joyous in the face of whatever this day brings. What's true is giving thanks and taking none of this for granted. From this place of relaxation, bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly as you ask your question, what's true here? And if an intrusive thought pops up, ask, is that really true? What's actually true? From here, go ahead and roll to the right side, stretching your head, hands over your head, resting your head on your upper arm, bringing your knees toward your chest. Pausing here for gratitude, as she says in the end of the poem. Taking nothing for granted. And pushing yourself up to a seated position so we can close together in community. Bringing our hands to our hearts. I want to thank all of you for showing up to your practice, for your dedication, for sharing more loving kindness in this world. That light in you, I see it. I honor it, and I bow down to it. Namaste. Now go out and have a great day.